What's going on, guys? Mattio Daddy Mining here. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. So today I am going to do a full walkthrough on how to overclock your KS0. So before we get to the computer side, one important thing that we will need is a 180 watt power supply. A 120 watt will not be enough, neither will a 90 watt. To get a hold of that, I will leave a link for that down in the description. Another thing that I'm sure we will also need is a external fan, external USB fan. With overclocking this, it'll be generating a lot more heat. We want to make sure we dissipate that heat to keep our KS0s running as smoothly as possible. So with that being said, I'm going to take this KS0 down and I'm going to put in the power supply. Okay, we are plugged in and powered on. It's a pretty healthy sized brick here. I apologize for the light. It's a little dim here in this corner. Probably should do this before I put it on. So right, as you can see right there, if I can focus, 100 to 240 volts, 2.5 amps. Output is 19.5 volts and 9.23 amps. Max is 180 watts. So yeah, let's go to the computer for real this time and let's do this thing. All right, back at the computer. So as you can see, it has just been powered on about a minute ago from me plugging it back in. So the next thing that we need to do, actually the very first thing we need to do, is we need to make sure that our firmware is to the latest and greatest. And I have not done that yet on this KS0. As you can still see, the number down here is 0627, which I'm assuming means June 27th. So let's download the greatest firmware. Let's download the latest and greatest firmware real quick, and we'll get this show started. Okay, so the first thing we are going to want to do is go to ICERIVER.io, and then the next thing, sorry, I don't know why I clicked on shop. Next thing you're going to want to do is go to hover over support, and then go down to tutorial. Scroll all the way down, click on firmware download. The next thing you want to do from there is find your device, which for me is a KS0. Click download. Okay, now we're going to want to open this and we are going to extract it. So with this, I am going to extract it to a safe place where I know where it is. For whatever reason, something goes wrong, I can factory reset and then I can upload this firmware again. Okay, so I have extracted the firmware and saved it in a safe spot. So we can get out of here. Next place we want to go back into our KS0 and we want to click firmware upgrade. We want to select the file that we just did and select the BGZ file. And then we want to select keep settings if you want to keep your mining settings, which I'm sure most of you would want to do. So after that is all set, okay, it says operation succeeded. Now we're going to hit OK, and let's reboot the miner. Okay, rebooting. And I'll be back with you as soon as that is done. Okay, so here we are back at the instructions that T-Swift gave us. So what I intended to do actually was I intended to download Eclipse and show you the full setup of this from step 1 to step 18, and I did that, and I got all the way to where it says I can browse and edit the files, and I needed to go to this location here, and I needed to copy and paste this file into this folder structure, and for some reason I could not copy and paste anything into there. I did a little bit of a Google search, and from what I found, I should have just been able to copy and paste like regular, or even just drag and drop. And for some reason, it was not allowing me to do it. So I decided to scroll through this Discord a little bit more to see if I could find if anybody else was having the exact same problems that I was having, to see if I could figure out what the hell was going on with that. Because I mean, if I'm having the problem, I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm sure somebody else is going to have the exact same problem. So I did not find anybody having that problem, unfortunately, but I did find something more interesting. So after scrolling down quite a bit, I came across this post from T Swift. You do not need the Eclipse update method anymore. All you have to do is upload this file into the user interface. Man, I cannot talk today. You need to upload this file into the web user interface firmware upgrade. So it looks like it looks like T Swift and his guys, or somebody else took this upgrade and encompassed it in an actual firmware upgrade. So you no longer need to get into the file structure of the KS0 and screw around with files. So all you need to do is upgrade your KS0 to the latest and greatest from ICERIVER, and then you can take this file and update it. Or I'm sorry, you can download this file and then do another firmware upgrade. And there's another post in here somewhere. Okay, from T Swift again. I recommend updating to the latest ICERIVER official firmware first here, and then downloading this update.bgz file here. So that's all you have to do. All you have to do is download the firmware, go to your user interface, go to firmware upgrade, select the file like we already did to upgrade the firmware, click update, and then go back, download this file, go back to your user interface after everything has come back up, and then you select file again, click on the file that you just downloaded, and click update. It's that frickin' simple. And I mean, I messed with the Eclipse thing for a good hour, and I couldn't get it to work. I was getting a little bit annoyed, and I wish I would have scrolled down and saw that first. But you know, I'm actually pretty damn happy that somebody took the time to do that. So that's it. Upgrade to the latest and greatest firmware, and then update the firmware of that this file here. So I am going to actually copy this. You can, in Discord, you can go down to here, and then you can copy the message link. So it'll actually, you click on this. I will leave this in the description down below, and you can just click on this, and it should take you to this Discord. If it does not work for some reason, there was a couple of you for some reason that could not get to this Discord. If it does not work, drop me a comment down below, and I'll maybe I'll put the files in like a Google Drive or something like that for you guys to download. So I already did mine, so let's check it out real quick. Helps if I'm in the right one. That's the one I did not upgrade. Okay. Let's refresh this. Okay, 30-minute is 160. I have over 1,400 accepted shares already, and that's awesome. So the temps, that's something I definitely want to talk about. So when I first turned the KS0 on, I don't know about the rest of yours, but mine takes a good 10 minutes before the existing fans kicked in. And this temp here, the temp 2, was getting damn near 80 degrees Celsius. That scared me a little bit. So I plugged in my my USB Noctua fan. That dropped the temp a little bit. I want to say like maybe to 55 or 60. And then I still had no fans down here that were kicking on. So I actually set those manually to 60%. So when you're setting these, you can put your number down here, but you have to tick this checkbox and then hit save down here. So if you reboot it, you will have to reset these settings. So let's check. Let's check the. I'm mining to my my node right now. So I mean, that's pretty badass right there. So I have almost 1,500 shares, and I'm 888 shares on the old one, or on the one that hasn't been upgraded yet. So I mean, it's pulling more shares. It's been up about the same time, within a few seconds of each other. The last thing I want to do real quick is I want to check the I want to check the power draw. Unfortunately, I didn't think ahead and had that ready to go when I plugged it in. So I'm going to unplug it and take it to my watt meter real quick. So I'll see you on the phone here shortly. Okay, we're sitting at about 112, 114 watts. It just keeps fluctuating back and forth between that. So yeah, I think I would call that a success. 160 to 170 gigahash on 112 to 114 watts. I think that's freaking awesome. Okay, so as I said before, the link for the Discord will be in the description. If for some reason you guys have a problem opening it, let me know, and I can drop it into a like a Google Drive doc or something like that for you guys to get at. Important things again. Some type of extra cooling just in case. You don't want to overrun these things and screw them up. So you definitely want to have adequate cooling to dissipate that heat. And you will also need a 180 watt power supply. Now there are some people out there that are just saying, screw it, and just running on the 120 watt power supply. That's past the 80% rule. So for you guys that are going to do that, just be careful. You want to protect your investment. And to me, not spending 40-50 bucks on the proper power supply to me isn't worth foregoing hundreds or even for some of us thousands of dollars that were spent on these things. So protect your investment, do it right, get the right stuff. All right, that should about do it for the night. We'll see you guys later.